Okay, BBay40 back with another video, and the reason I wanted to do this one is because I see quite often, especially in not only in the game but in the Beacon Studio Discord server, where people ask, "Is the banhammer worth it?" I mean, it's 10,000 Robux. It's $100 roughly, so it is an expensive item. But so I did this video so you can see for yourself how this banhammer works in action. I mean, I ran this Mars map. Did it today on the this is Thursday the 16th of September. So I decided I'm just gonna go and see how far I can go with nothing but the banhammer. And I made it to I finally went down at wave 165. And you can go in, you can check the leaderboard, and you'll see I'm there at probably 164 since I went down at 165. It only posts the last round that you've made it through. So I think that put me at number 2 on the leaderboard. But you know, that's not going to last very long with all the hackers, and we don't have glitches so much anymore, but the hackers are still there. So, but anyway, I did this video just to demonstrate the banhammer and show really how much fun it is. And so I guess, you know, my opinion is yes, it is worth the money, especially right now with the this last update that they did. Before, if you go back about a year, when we had this AI, the AI that everybody likes, and the zombies were stronger, I could only last, maybe if I was lucky, I might get to around a wave 80. Maybe into the 80s somewhere on different maps, because the zombies were faster and stronger. So, but now with this latest updates, and I'm going to try to tell you what the updates were. As you can see, if you look down on the left side of my screen here, the video here, you see my health, and it's now a blue line there. It's not green anymore, not just green. It is. I have what is known as the shield. See, I had the wave relief before, and Beacon went ahead and changed it to a shield game pass. So what the shield does is gives you an extra 100 points of health, and once you burn through the shield, then you're back to your regular health like it always was before. And now the difference between the shield and your regular health is that the shield does not regenerate itself during a wave. So if you take a bunch of hits and you lose your shield during the wave, you're not going to get it back until the end of the wave, where you get the wave relief. So at the beginning of every new wave, your shield gets restored to 100%, and so does your health. But during the game, during the wave while you're playing and you're battling the zombies, your shield, your health, once I lose my shield, I'm on my health only, and if they start to drain my health will build itself back up. If I don't take any more hits, it will build itself back up. Plus, another advantage of the banhammer, which I'm not sure if everybody was aware of, is that every time you swing and make contact with a zombie, it also restores your health a little. So you get health points back just by swinging the hammer and killing zombies. That's another really big plus for having the banhammer. Plus another plus to it, if you look at it, you'll see how I get these little bursts of speed every now and then when I swing the hammer. That actually comes in very handy when trying to kill the zombies and avoid being hit by them. That little burst of speed is just about enough to get you past the zombies or through a couple of zombies or around a couple of zombies, just enough to keep you from getting hit. So that's another little advantage that the banhammer has, which is kind of neat. And plus you can see, this is wave 80. If I would try to stand there with even with my staff and try to kill all these zombies, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would get overwhelmed. My staff could not keep up with all these zombies. But the banhammer can. The banhammer, one swing and zombies go flying. And it takes, even with small zombies at this wave, like the normal zombie, normal zombie probably still go down 1 or 2 shots. The rubies, the red ones there, 3 or 4 shots. The diamonds take 5 or 6 shots with a staff at this wave. So it's not really the way to go if you want to survive at high rounds. If you're going solo, just to, rely on your guns. There's not a gun strong enough that'll keep you alive at this wave. The only way you can survive is if you find a nice little corner somewhere where you can trap a lot of the zombies away from you, keep them away from you. And there is actually a spot or two in this map where you can do that. So, but anyway, with the hammer, I mean, I sometimes take out 3, even 4 zombies in one swing sometimes. They all go flying. So the hammer is a much, much stronger weapon and much more efficient at taking out the zombies at high waves like this. Especially now, like I say, with the updates. So let me get back to the updates. So what Beacon did, the first update was 3.7.0. Okay, that came out over the weekend, I think. And what he did is, which everybody was really happy about, is he restored the old AI tracking system on the zombies and how the zombies track us down and come at us. I mean, what they did last Easter just kind of like ruined the game, and everybody knew it. Everybody complained about it, and a lot of veteran players like myself just left, and we went and played other games. We weren't going to come back to Zombie Rush until they fixed it. So they finally fixed it. So a lot of veteran players are back now, and having fun with the game again. So that was the main fix that they did with 3.7.0, and the other main thing they did was they added the new zombies. You hear these beeping sounds in there. Those are the combustible zombies, the exploding zombies. And what's really cool with the banhammer is you can hit these zombies, these combustibles, and they fly up in the air and explode like fireworks, which is really fun. I mean, every now and then you see that. I'll rotate my camera when I hit one of these guys, and you can look up and you can see the explosion in the sky. And it's kind of cool. See, there goes one right there. So it's kind of cool if you're in a map, it has a nighttime view. Like I was just in the depot, which has a night sky with stars, and I mean, it looks really cool. It looks like fireworks going off up in the sky. So that's one other advantage. One other fun thing to have in the banhammer is you can turn these combustible zombies into fireworks. So the other zombie, you see the green ones. Those are the toxic zombies. Now these zombies were zombies that you could buy as a game pass if you wanted to be a zombie player in the game. Say you were in the lobby waiting to come into the game, or you went down and you're waiting for the wave to end, for a new wave to start. You can opt to change yourself into a zombie player and go in the game as a zombie. And these are zombies that you could buy with game passes. And they weren't expensive, like anywhere from $1 to $1.50 or maybe $1.75. So they're probably still there, probably still available. So the toxic zombie, you see, it creates that green toxic gas that flows all around it. Everywhere it goes, it leaves the gas behind. Now, in the regular game before, I mean, it was a pretty strong toxic gas, and it would take players out. I mean, some players would use it to take out glitchers in rooms and stuff, where they glitch behind doors and behind windows. You turn into a toxic zombie, and you can pretty much gas them out. But I'm going to get to an explanation as to why they're really not that effective at all now. I mean, there's really not much strength to that gas at all. I mean, you can see it as the gas is all over the place, and I'm running through it, running into it and around it, and I just don't care because it's not affecting my health at all. And there's a reason for that, which I'll explain in a minute. I'm going to talk about this third zombie. You can see the ones with the orange arms. Those are the speed zombies. And they're supposed to be about twice as fast as the other zombies. I don't think they're twice as fast. They are faster, no doubt. They do outrun the other zombies. But they don't seem to be twice as fast. You don't really notice it until you get to even higher rounds than this. But they really start to pick up some speed. So those are the 3 new zombies. And the speed zombie right now, because of the event update that they did, they advertised 3 times XP. The speed zombies, I think, are 2,000 points. The toxics are 3,000, and the combustible guys are 4,000 points. So I don't know what their value is going to be really when the event is over and they go back to the XP that we're used to. I'm going to say the XP that we're used to because there's another story behind that I'm going to get into. And I actually covered a lot of this in my other video. I just posted another video yesterday where I talk about all these things and all the changes to the update. So I'm just covering it here too while you watch this banhammer video. And so anyway, those are the big changes for 3.7.0. Putting the AI back to the way we like it and adding these other zombies. Now, a couple of days later, just a couple of days ago, Beacon came out with another update, 3.0.1. And what he did, and the reason why the toxic zombies are not that toxic anymore, is he realized that the game was actually pretty difficult with these new zombies, with the reintroducing the old AI, and so he wanted to. I guess he was getting a lot of complaints about new players saying it was too difficult to play the game. They were having a hard time and didn't like it that much because it was too hard. So he went ahead and made the game easier. And that's the reason why I'm still swinging my hammer at Wave 91, is because he made the game easier. And what he did is he cut back on the strength of the zombies and the speed of the zombies as you go up in waves. See, the zombies, I'm still just about outrunning them. You see that? I mean, it's Wave 91 and I'm still staying ahead of the zombies and I'm about outrunning them. It's not till you get to about, I don't know, maybe Wave 130 or so that they actually start outrunning me and catching up to me, and it gets even more difficult here to try to stay alive. So that was one of the big changes with 0.1 update. And so to compensate for that and to still make the game challenging, for the veteran players, and it was kind of a smart move, I thought, is that he started adding zombies with each round. So what that means is right now, any map you go into, the first wave of every map is you're gonna have 20 zombies. So you start off with 20 zombies, and every 2 waves, every even number wave, he adds another zombie. So right now, I'm at wave 150. That means I gotta kill, half of that is 75 zombies plus the original 20. So I have to kill 95 zombies to get through this wave. And it's like that with any wave. If you were at wave 50, it'd be 25 plus 20. If you're at wave 60, it'd be 30 plus 20. And wave 80, it'd be 40 plus 20. So it goes up 1 zombie every 2 waves. Always on the even number waves, he adds a zombie. And you watch, when we get through this, since 151's an odd, it'll still have the same number of zombies. I'll still have to kill 95 zombies. And we'll see if you can catch that when this particular wave ends and it switches over to wave 151. So that's another big change that he did to the game for this version 3.7.1. So if you want the hard zombie rush, hardcore is still there, and it's still pretty hard. I tried it today. So, you're not going to get exact count, but there was, said 93, so it actually had about 95 zombies I got to kill. I already killed a couple at the end of the last round that it subtracted from this round. So, but you can see how it went. It started off at 20 zombies, and now we're already up to almost 100 zombies per wave. So I went over this area here because I wanted the zombies to mostly come from one direction. When I was over at the spawn area before, that was just the zombies were coming from all around me, all different directions, and it was making it more difficult to survive in that area. So I came over here. It's where most of the zombies are coming at me head on. I mean, there was a couple of spawns behind me, but not enough to worry about. And I like also, one of the things you'll find out if you have a banhammer, you may have noticed this already, is it works a lot better on flat ground. So I chose this area here where the sand is kind of flat, the area is flat. So I get more of an impact out of my banhammer. It's more effective in killing the zombies. If I were to go over to the other type of ground, that I don't know how you describe it, but it's kind of hilly, it's bumpy. If you get into the bumps, you get into slanted surfaces, the banhammer doesn't work so well. So if you want to get the most out of your banhammer, you have to watch out for where you're standing, where you are on the map, and try to get to an area that's flat. So the banhammer works the best. So, and the other things that getting into my banhammer techniques that you're seeing I'm doing here is I'm trying to lead the zombies in one direction or the other. And the reason I do that is because it turns the zombies. And if you turn the zombies away from you, they're not hitting you. So it's very important to fight the zombies. If you get a bunch of them coming at you at high rounds like this, try to run them in one direction or the other. Try to turn them away from you. See how they turn away as I go in one direction or the other? Try to lead them in one direction or the other, especially the brutes. And what I started doing, I noticed toward the end here that was a more effective technique, was to run toward the brute, but run toward the side of the brute. Pick one side or the other. And what that does is it turns the brute away from you. It makes it much easier to kill him. Now watch this. See, I go to the right, he turned to the right. You see that? And the same thing with the other one. See, I went to the right, he turned to the right. Let's see if I go after this guy. Yep, see, he turned to the right. I went to his right side and he turned to the right. So that's what you got to do with the brutes, is turn them. Try to get them away from you. Now the other thing I haven't mentioned yet, as you noticed, I'm kind of locked in a forward position. I have my shift lock on. The shift lock is very, very, very important for using the band hammer. I can't stress that one enough. What it does is, you see, I keep keeping the zombies in front of me. It helps me keep the zombies in front. And because you don't want them on your back. Every time they get in the back, they hit you. They'll get you every time when they come up behind you. So you want to try to keep them in front of you. So I do a lot of this motion side to side, as I'm showing you, running one direction or the other direction, and turning the zombies, and trying to also keep them in front of me. Try to keep the ones behind me off of me. Try to keep any zombies from getting behind me. Because if they, like I said, once they start getting behind you, they start hitting you pretty bad. And like right there, I took a lot of hits. I got myself stuck under that blade there. So that was just a bad move on my part. So now you see how I've lost my shield. I still got 23 zombies to kill. Lost my shield, but you see how my health is coming back. Like I mentioned, swinging the hammer and killing zombies restores your health, as you can see. So that's really nice. A nice benefit to having the band hammer too, is your health restoration. It restores your health much quicker, rather than just waiting for the timer to, yeah, and your health automatically comes back slowly, and it comes, the higher you are and the higher wave you're at, the slower it comes back. That's what I've noticed anyway. So I got 60 zombies to go. I almost lost my shield again already. See, the shield does not restore itself. Even with the hammer swinging, it can't restore the shield. The shield's only good for 100 points, and once you lose it, it's gone for that wave. But then again, like I said, this is part of wave release. So when the wave is over, it gets restored again at 100%. So this is really a very valuable game pass right now. It really helps a lot with surviving and getting to the high waves. So the other thing I want to mention about the band hammer is, see, like I said, I'm always going to the sides, always trying to turn them to the sides. Oh, see right there, I stopped. I must have got tired, and I took a hit. So you can't stand still in this game. You got to keep moving with the band hammer. You can't just stand still and wait for them to come to you. You got to go to them. You got to lead them. You got to try to corral them. You got to try to turn them away from you. Turn them from one direction to the other, one side to the other. Just always see them, always moving. Always trying to keep these zombies moving in one direction or the other. So anyway, after watching this video, and you see how effective the band hammer really is at killing these zombies, how efficient it is, I'm curious if you think this weapon is worth $100. No, I was lucky. I had a good friend at the time who bought this for me, and it really surprised me. I was like, he thought, hey, it's time for you to have your own hammer. We had been playing together for about 6 months, and he wouldn't take no for an answer, so he bought me the band hammer, which was very nice of him. And I've loved it ever since. I mean, it's a great weapon for this game. It's a lot of fun, as you can see. It's very active, very dynamic. You're constantly in motion. You're constantly engaging the zombies, and it's a lot of fun. Personally, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's well worth the money, myself. Especially if you catch it on sale sometime. I mean, we got the holidays coming up here. You may be able to get it on sale for about $75. We may have another 25% sale coming up. You never know. But also get that wave relief, the new Shield Game Pass. I highly recommend that. Especially get it now, because I was in the server with Beacon, and we're talking about these different changes, and he mentioned that you may end up raising the price on the shield because, I mean, really, I mean, the amount of benefit you get out of it, it probably is worth more than what you pay for it right now. I mean, it's only 400 Robux right now, so it's quite a deal right now. I wouldn't pass it up. If you've been thinking about it and hesitating about getting it, and if you can get it before you get any other Game Pass in the game. The shield right now, I think, is the best one to get. The best one to spend your money on, anyway. If you like the game and you want to get the most out of it, get the shield. And if you got the money and you really want to have a lot of fun in the game, get a banhammer because it really is a lot of fun. Now the nuke launcher is, I think the nuke launcher is overkill, honestly. I mean, it really is. It just has such a huge damage radius. I mean, people have been going in there, not even glitching, not even hacking, and getting really high on leaderboards, like 800, 900, even over 1,000 on the leaderboard, top of the leaderboards, just with a nuke launcher. I mean, yeah, you pay for it. I mean, it's $150 just about. I mean, the banhammer is 10,000. The nuke launcher is 15,000. Roughly about $150. But it's I mean, you can't lose with it. I mean, if you use it right, there is some strategy to using the nuke launcher. I'll have to say that because you have to place your shots just right to keep all the zombies away from you so they don't get you. But you can, I mean, I really believe you can go in with a nuke launcher in pretty much any map. There goes the fireworks. Pretty much any map, and you can keep going all day long if you wanted to. If you pick the right spot in the map and fire your nukes in the right spot every time, you can just keep going forever and ever. So that one there, I mean, I don't have it. I don't see myself ever getting it because it just, I mean, to me, it kind of defeats the purpose of the game. The game, to me, is to really engage the zombies like this with the banhammer or your weapons and just have some fun that way. The nuke kind of, to me, kind of maybe takes away the fun a little bit. It kind of takes away the challenge. This is a challenge. But again, I mean, we'll see what the future brings with Zombie Rush. You don't know if this, if homing beacon's going to keep the game this way with the zombies being weaker. I think he might, because I think it's actually working out pretty good. Now the other thing about adding the zombies every round, if you think about it, they still look at the timer. You're still limited to 2.5 minutes per wave. So eventually you're going to hit a wave where you're just not going to be able to physically kill every zombie. I mean, you get up to, like, say, if you were to make it up to wave 400, you have to kill 220 zombies in 2.5 minutes. I don't know if that's possible. Now with guns and now with the banhammer, I don't think it can be done, but we'll see. Especially in some maps. I mean, like the hospital map, there's no way you can kill all the zombies in time, because you have to run all over the hospital and find them all and shoot them all or kill them, and it's just not possible to do. So eventually you'll be running out. If you try to do the hospital now, you'll be running out of time. Probably by the time you get to maybe wave 100, I don't know. So I'll have to give that a try and see. So anyway, I'd love to hear the comments, what you think about the banhammer. Maybe you have some other techniques that you like to use when swinging your hammer, if you got one. If you've been thinking about getting a hammer, if you got the money. If you want to know anything else about it, you can ask in the comments. I'll be glad to answer questions. But I think you can see from watching this video just how much fun the banhammer can be and how challenging it can be. There are a couple of funny things I noticed about these new zombies, the green ones. If you listen, they make this sound when you hit them and they send them flying. Almost like you're throwing a fireball in the air. It's like this wind sound comes off of their bodies as they fly off. And the combustibles, you hear this beeping sound. You know there's a combustible around, you hear that beeping going on, and you see them somewhere. So with the banhammer, yeah, you see, I showed a few times how you can just turn these combustibles into fireworks, which is fun. Speed zombies, really not much to them. They're just a little bit faster than the others. Oh, and getting back to the points. Yeah, so the update, 3.7.0 update, advertised 3 times XP. And I was like, well, we're not getting 3 times XP. It's only, you kill a regular zombie and you only get 300 points. I mean, usually, I've only been playing this game since March of 2020. So I've only been playing about a year and a half. But the whole time I've been playing the game, a regular zombie, when you killed a regular zombie, it was 225 points. Always been that way. So when they say, oh, we're having a 2 XP event, a 2 times XP or 3 times XP, then you expect to see 2 times 225 or 3 times 225. That's what you expect to see when you kill the zombie. But that's not happening. If you notice, when you get in the game and try it, kill a regular zombie, and you'll see that you only get 300 points for killing a regular zombie. And that's not 3 times 225. I mean, that would be 675. So when I was in the server with Beacon, I asked him, I said, hey, what's the deal with this? You advertise 3 times points, but we're not getting 3 times. So what he told me is that he said he has been working with the game since about 2014, is what he said. But what he told me is that originally the XP for the regular zombie, the XP was only supposed to be about 100 points. And that he's kept it on double XP. He's kept it on 2 times XP for like past 2 years. He said he's just never changed it back to 1 XP. So in a way, he could say, yeah, I'm giving you 3 XP now, because the zombie's supposed to be 100 points, you're getting 300 points, and you're getting 3 XP. But still, it's like, I mean, I've been used to getting, double XP for the past year and a half that I've been playing it without even knowing I was getting double XP. So anyway, it's kind of odd that he knows he's left it at 2 XP, and obviously he knows he can change it anytime he wants to. I don't understand why he doesn't change it back to the original. But that's the story on the XP for the zombies. These 2x and 3x events. If you see a 2x event, it's kind of like false advertising, because you already got 2x. They're really not doing anything for you. They're trying to, I don't know, it almost seems like trying to sucker people into play by saying they're going to get 2 XP, but you got 2 XP anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to change that or what he's going to do with that in the future. But so we may possibly end up seeing only 100 points for a regular zombie. You may end up seeing, oh, there's where I went down. Anyway, made it to 165, which means I got on the board at 164. So anyway, if you like the video, maybe you'll go out and get a band hammer. I don't know. But leave a thumbs up if you do. Leave comments. I'd like to hear what you think about the band hammer, whether you think it's worth it or not. And share with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, appreciate it if you would. Thanks.